let's say we represent the GC, and very often their insurance policy is not covering the things that it needs to cover for the work that they're doing, which is what Aubrey just touched on. And you're like, how do you protect that? And so you should really be having conversations with the brokers in writing, preferably, because then you could potentially go after their insurance if they screw up.
Right.
Saying, this is what I do. This is what I need coverage for. Because later, if it turns out that you don't have coverage, now they're suing you directly. And for a lot of claims, I mean, those get really expensive. Let's say you helped build a new house, and it's $1 million house,
right?
And some tiny window that you installed is leaking. Well, they're suing you for $1 million. Their whole house sucks because your window sucks, right? And now you look at your policy, 2 years later that you get this claim, not a week when you got the policy, and it says, we are excluding new house construction, and you're like, I had no idea. Well, guess who's getting sued? You are now.
Yeah.
And usually, one of the other factors for piercing the corporate veil is you don't maintain adequate insurance. And so you fail to maintain adequate insurance as your business, and now guess what? You're getting sued personally because your broker screwed up. And so I think that's a huge, point.
But this is rapid fire for a general contractor thinking about the things they need to do in terms of their insurance.
Right. Number one is make sure that your policy covers the things you do. Whether you're talking to a broker or you're, dealing with the insurance company directly, you should have a written email, a list somewhere that says, this is what we do, this is what we might do, this is the types of homes we work on, make sure my policy covers it. And sometimes what you'll do is you'll get an offer for a way cheaper policy, and you have to ask the question, does this policy still cover the things that I do? There's multifamily exclusions, right? Maybe you build single family houses, but if you build an apartment building, you don't have insurance for that.
So it's not just have the paper. So it's ask the question. It's have a paper trail that shows you asked the question. And then it's when you're comparing policies, have a paper trail showing that you double checked that they still were covering you properly for the paper trail for the policy that you double checked earlier. That it's a lot of a burden to make sure you have the right insurance.
Yeah, and maybe you should call a lawyer that can help you walk through that process.
Sure.
And we've seen these claims. We've seen these claims when there's no insurance coverage. I mean, we could do a whole separate podcast about what we do if there's no insurance coverage, even though you thought there was going to be insurance coverage.
It's brutal because if you think about a lot of these contractors, they start out probably as a smaller outfit, maybe even a single person that's doing, handiwork, and then they grow a business. And what they started doing and what they are doing are two different things now. And the insurance is still lingering over that they're paying from back who they were, not who they are now.
And they're thinking about paying for the cheapest policy, right? A lot of times you're like, oh, this insurance is so expensive. Give me the cheapest policy. Well, make sure that those exclusions are not excluding your business.
Right. Watch out for the exclusions. Yeah. That is a great note.
There's a second thing.
Yeah.
Let's do a rapid fire volume 2. When you are a general contractor hiring subcontractors, this is an ultimate minefield, okay? You should make sure that your subcontractor's insurance covers the things that they're doing.
Got it.
Because your general contractor's insurance may very often exclude the things that should be covered by that subcontractor. Do you understand?
Okay, got it. So yeah, that's
I'm
so
a
you
GC.
get to it. Yep.
I'm a GC. I'm looking for the cheapest policy I could have. I'm going to shift all of my liability to my subcontractors.
Did they actually take it?
Does their insurance policy cover it? Because if I shifted that liability, but their insurance policy doesn't cover it, again, you get into the thing of I hired Joe Schmo window guy. Sorry, window guy. And Joe Schmo window guy doesn't have insurance. He screwed up the windows. There's a lawsuit. They name everybody. They name the general contractor and the window guy.
Right.
And the window guy doesn't have insurance. So guess who's picking it up?